So here it is, the new DCD1007, along with the 8 amp hour power pack. Let's go ahead and do some testing on the battery first, and then we'll get this drill on the dyno. Dimensions wise, they're almost identical. Weight wise, 2 pounds, 1.6 ounces. 2 pounds, 2.6 ounces. So the battery does weigh about 1 ounce more. Now if we look at runtime here compared to other brands, you'll notice the runtime is a little bit longer. And keep in mind, these packs were tested brand new. Now under a 30 amp load, here's where things get interesting. When we look at voltage drop, and this new pack being almost 1 volt higher after 10 seconds versus the older 8 amp hour Dewalt. So after that 30 amp load test, I did take a picture here with the thermal camera. Let's go ahead and open this up, see if we can't take a quick look inside. Interesting how small that circuit board is, and I really don't care for that soldering. So there's the new case. Oh, I did forget to mention the bottom is rubberized here, so that's a nice addition. Pack wise, it's hard to tell what cells these actually are. If you can make that out from this information, drop it in the comments below. I'm not going to rip this pack open to see, and we're going to need this in future videos. Cover wise, you can see that extra protection they put there over where this solder joint is. So I'm going to go ahead and load this down to 500 watts for 5 minutes, and then we'll take a look at her on the thermal camera. And it did get decently hot there, reaching 116 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I did go back and dyno the DC998 here with the 8 amp hour power pack, and yeah, the performance did improve. Actually near the 5 amp hour power stack and the 15 amp hour flex volt. The 999 here on the other hand had quite a boost, actually coming in higher than the 15 amp hour flex volt. Here on the dyno with the DCD1007. Yeah, it put down some impressive numbers. Now again, these are averages of 3 poles each, with the 8 amp hour power pack producing the highest watts of 1,497. Actually beating out the 15 amp hour flex volt here. So out of all the high power cordless drills tested, max watts using a 4 to 6 amp hour, the DCD1007 here slots in right below the Makita 40 volt using the 5 amp hour power stack. Now we look at max watts with the best available battery. Again, it slots in there at 3rd place, this time right below the flex. When we look at torque though, a little bit different story here. Now this is using a 2.5 to 6 amp hour battery. The Dewalt actually comes out on top with the 5 amp hour power stack. Now the best performance with any battery, the Dewalt here falls down to 3rd place below the Bosch, producing 612. dB wise, not the loudest, not the quietest here. So yeah, overall, quite the boost there in performance over the 999 and 998. A nice upgrade here in handles, which is definitely needed, along with a locking slot, which you'll find dual tabs here at top and bottom for that. This drill also does have Perform Protect, so the anti-kickback feature. 3 speeds on top like the previous generation. You've got a push button on the bottom here for light selection instead of that slider bar. You can rotate that light. It's quite a bit shorter, but it is also a little bit bulkier here. Now it is made in China versus the previous generation there, made in Mexico. And a tool only MSRP of $250 with a kit price of $350, coming with a new power pack battery and a DCB2108 80 amp hour charger. So yeah, overall, much needed upgrade there with anti-kick, and it is quite a bit shorter. Yes, you do gain some width, but hey, it is what it is for the amount of performance, in my opinion. I'll leave the specs there at the end, along with the master data sheet, where this drill slots in versus the rest that have been dynoed. I would definitely recommend buying this in the kit form. I'll leave the link to the 2 previous test videos, along with a link to this drill. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.